Sat Sri Akal, Vanakkam, Adab Arze, Game Cho India. Welcome back to Alienware Game Victorious. This is Lord Nod, and as per popular request, I have with me my really cool friend and
Lord
the guy
Nod,
who's been
and
looking
as per
at
popular
making
request, I have
Dota
with
2 the
me
big Dota and Dota 2 the big things in India. We have Anup Dastakar, also known as Phobia. Welcome to the show.
Hello, guys, and thanks a lot, Akshat, for getting me here once again. It was a pleasure casting Reflex versus DMC with you, and it will be a pleasure, I'm sure, casting Elunes versus Pure as well.
Yes, and he has already told you what we are happening right now. The map we are going to be starting with, the match we are going to be starting is Team Elunes versus Team POR. We are sitting in the middle and hopefully ready to start whenever we can. We have to go and first give out a couple of shout outs that we need to give first, obviously, to the guys who have made all of this possible. Guys, this is Alienware Game Victorious, brought to you by Alienware. They have a website called alienwarearena.com. If you have not got your Dota keys and your Dota 2 keys and you are watching this right now, you need to go ahead and watch the stream. You've been doing the right thing. You have been watching, and as a thank you, we have 7,000 more keys available. Go tell your friends that you heard it today. 7,000 more keys available. Go get them before they get finished. Last time we put them up, they finished in a day. Now's the time to go get it. We have to also say thank you to Rapture Gaming. Rapture Gaming is other guys who bring to you all these nifty tournaments. Rapture is based out of Singapore, and in India we have Anup and our big man Mr. Yogesh Nagdev who are responsible for this. So thank you Team Rapture India for going and bringing this to India. Everyone from Lord Nod Casting, we are here to go ahead and give you the best streams in esports in India. Thank you for tuning in. It has been a wonder for all of you to be here. We love you guys. The stream chat is currently active. Go type in it. I think we've been given the signal that we should jump into the game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And Anup, we are in the game.
Yes, definitely. It's actually a huge matchup. Elunes are such a team who have definitely shown that they are no small team here and have taken each and every game and won it in the ladder. Whereas PO are coming as an underdog team in this league, qualifying at the last spot. They are totally into this ladder, currently at 4th place, and this is a game that will very much matter in terms of their playoff position.
Wow.
And Aliens start this off with banning of Leshrac.
Well, everyone's favorite Leshrac gets banned. Guys, this is David versus Goliath all over again. You have the best team in India, which is Elunes, as Noop was telling us. They have gone through the entire seeding tournament without losing a match. They have gone through the entire Elite League without losing a match. POR was the last team, but they are no longer the laggards. They are in the middle and trying to go ahead and get the 4th spot. They want to go ahead and make sure that this is not a walkover. But frankly, I honestly, yes, call me biased, call me whatever. I always like to go ahead and try to go and take the side of the underdog. So I am for Team POR. I want them to go ahead and show me what they got. I want them to push Team Elunes. I know, it might be really difficult to beat a team like Elunes because POR is a new team. But I really want them to push them and show them, you know what, we are no pushovers and we'll see you in the big game. And coming to the game, Leshrac, Lycan go down and Naga and Invoker go down. Looking at this, pretty standard bans to start with?
Yes, definitely. Pretty standard bans, unless the Leshrac coming in as a first ban is quite a surprise for me. But not the Invoker, who is coming on behalf of Poor as a ban. It's actually a clear signal to the mid solo hero player of Elunes, Mr. Crowley, Elunes Crowley. He's actually been phenomenal with Invoker in all of the earlier games that he have played. And that is what PR has been watching and have definitely made sure that they make Elunes know that they have watched their games and they are pretty prepared for this game.
Yeah, well, like excellent research done by POR. Oh, and if you go ahead and ban the bans that went down, TA gets open and gets picked in immediately, and a Morphling reverse pick which goes down. While we're talking about this, guys, we have some moments to go ahead and break. I would actually encourage you to go ahead and watch the interviews of some of these really good teams. You'd hear the camaraderie that they have, the history that they have. You'll hear some really nice jokes, the funny men in there. All the videos are available on our website. You should go check them out. As part of Rapture Gaming, we cover every single gaming team that is in India which is making a difference. So Team Elunes interviews are out there. POR actually haven't finished their interviews, but everyone else's interviews are out there. You should definitely watch them. They'll be phenomenal. Have you watched the Elunes interview, Anup?
Yes, I have definitely watched Elunes interview. Really great guys. They make sure that even if they're playing serious, they're having that just of fun in the game, and that totally reflects in their interview.
Yes, it does. And you have in them Bacha, who is one of the really cool guys who brings a lot of attitude in there. I think he has a lot of fans and a lot of detractors out there. So he is what I would call one of the really famous people. But coming back into the game, really good picks coming in. Windrunner can go ahead and bottle one lane up and actually hold it easily against two heroes. But on the other side, you have two really strong picks in Morphling and Nature's Prophet coming in. Rubik and TA. TA, I think is, but I've played TA, I've played against TA. I actually find her a little overpowered in this game. What do you think?
Yes, definitely. She's actually come at a point in Dota 2 where there's not actually very less counters for Temporary Assassin. And Elunes mid solo player Crowley has been exceptional with TA. These are most probably his two signature heroes, Invoker and TA. One of them is banned by POR, but POR missed on banning TA. And I'm not sure if we are in for a very good TA gameplay in this game.
Venomancer, good push, good holder, good technical counter to some pushes that are coming in from Rubik, but I don't know whether he'll be able to hold against TA again.
Yeah, actually cannot. We are not sure if Venomancer will go in front of TA or in the mid or in the lane. But Venomancer is definitely a good hero in terms of holding of pushes, getting his serpent stack, so that it basically complicates the opponent to go ahead and try and push. At the same time, getting that his ultimate inside, it's really difficult for the opponent team to stay in fight for long with that damage getting every second.
Yeah, well, that would be a really strong push to go against either Windrunner or against Venomancer, because both of them hard counter, well, not hard counter, but very strongly counter any push play that comes in. I've seen them hold against two easily, sometimes even against three heroes with their abilities and their powers. Who would you put in the lanes? While the bans are coming in, we are looking at the QOP has definitely gone down as a ban by Elunes, and Anti-Mage gone down. So the Anti-Mage actually would have been a great counter to go ahead and take against TA and Rubik.
Anti-Mage is actually definitely a great counter to go ahead and take against Rubik or Windrunner. It's even easier for them to go ahead and counter, but for the Radiant side. But the main difference is that if Elunes gets a good advantage in early game, that is where it is gonna matter. That is where Anti-Mage will go ahead and get some really fast inventories, and that is somewhere the damage is gonna feel to the Radiant team.
And I think those are good bans that are going in. A lot of thought have actually going down. Just 49 seconds left on the clock for this. I think they should have made up their mind. They take away Tidehunter. Well, I think that's a very wise call, because I think I won't have taken Tidehunter, because I believe the first pick after this would have come for Team Elunes, and Elunes should have picked that up unless it was banned by Team POR, but they've banned it actually.
And POR has also gone ahead and banned Chaos Knight. So even that is one hero we can actually make a difference. You're not sure, and he's definitely a surprise hero. He can get that stun in for the 4 second, and that will actually, if it goes ahead and gets on Lanaya or it goes and gets on Windrunner, there's really less chances of surviving.
Yeah, and I would have here's as soon as that happens, Enigma comes in. I would have actually I don't know why they banned Chen. Can you tell me is Elunes very good with Chen, or have they shown great performance with him?
Elunes is a team who are very used to get taking advantage in the early game, and for such style of gameplay, Chen is a really good hero, and we have actually seen in the seeding tournament as well, where the player playing Rubik for Team Elunes, Agori Baba, has also played Chen, and he has been pretty good with that.
So that's why I think that was a researched man, but that has exposed them to go ahead and take Enigma on Team Elunes. Team Elunes looks extremely temporal to me right now. You have Enigma, you have Rubik, and you have Templar Assassin. Really good heroes with their abilities. Really strong heroes. I'm not saying that you don't have them on the other side. You definitely have the best carry, Morphling, and Nature's Prophet, which is available. And Shadow Demon comes in. Haven't seen him for a while.
Yes, definitely. We haven't seen him for a while, and we haven't seen Lone Druid for a while, unless last game we had a Lone Druid played by Team DMC, and this game again, Elunes goes ahead for that Lone Druid.
Yeah, yeah. What
So
about the fact that a lot of people have been saying Shadow Demon is not very good in Dota 2 versus Dota 1?
I will actually deny that. It totally depends upon how you play that hero. It totally depends upon that. And Shadow Demon has been great hero against carries, against heroes like Anti-Mage, Nax, or any other carry in the opponent team. He has been a great savior for his team in terms of getting his first power on his teams and trying to save as much damage as possible.
And Tinker comes in. Oh, I haven't seen Tinker for a really long while. I think, again, in the qualifying tournaments was the last time I saw him come in.
Yes, Tinker, it has been a lot of time for teams to go ahead and pick Tinker, and this is actually one game from that. And Hacker is gonna play Tinker, it seems. So we are actually all set. We have 10 of the best heroes of Dota 2, and we definitely are gonna have a really good game.
Yeah, and we have seen Crowley, as you said, go and pick TA, that he's really comfortable with that. And Lucky, I think, has been laying down, if I remember sometimes, Elunes, he's been the best. His black holes have been phenomenal in terms of doing like 3 kills. He's actually, I think I saw him do 4 kills with 1 black hole. So
I've actually seen him playing Black Hole, playing Enigma in the seeding tournament finals against Votsec. So that game was actually overpowered by Votsec, but those 2 black holes which came in from Lucky's side at the fight near Roshan totally changed the game for Votsec, and Elunes took total lead in that.
yeah, well, and there you go, man. And I think that's what they have done. That's what they have managed to go and talk about. They've gone and set it up. We are jumping straight into the game, and the game is now live. And a quick check to go ahead and see who's playing what. We have, while they pause, the standard pause at the start of an Indian Dota 2 game comes in. I don't know whether that's a great thing, and I will ask you as an organizer, what do you think about this? I don't in the internationals or even international games, we don't see so many pauses, and what are you going to do about it? But before that, I'd like to go ahead and call out in the Team Green, in Team Radiance corner, we have POR playing as Hacker, playing Tinker, Lonely playing Nature's Prophet, Own Angel, maybe playing Venomancer, No Chance playing Morphling, SSK playing Shadow Demon. For Team Elunes, we have 2 Japanese characters playing Windrunner, Bendover playing Lone Druid, Enigma being played by, if I remember, Lackey, Crowley playing Templar Assassin, and who's playing?
Bendo is playing Lone Druid.
Bendover is playing Lone Druid, but here it's actually showing the character of Night Hunter, Night Stalker. Very weird.
Oh, okay. Some bug most probably.
No, Lone Druid actually is being played by Bendover. We have 1 extra. Someone picked Night Stalker.
We actually don't have a hero pick as of yet from the team Elune side.
Ah.
We don't see a Rubik coming in yet.
No, that's why Rubik is not.
And I think that is why the game is paused here from Elune side.
Right, there you go. We're trying to go ahead and get that fixed. While we go ahead and get that fixed, I will ask you with the question that I was trying to ask you. What do you think about these pauses that happen at the start of every single Dota 2 game in India?
I will actually go ahead and say that it's definitely not right to go ahead and pause in the start of a Dota 2 game. But in India, I will definitely make an exception because we have a lot of technical issues regarding internet, regarding the gaming cafes that these guys go ahead and play Dota 2, and regarding a lot of technical issues, power issues, or probably any other technical issues. So there is bound to happen a technical issue in game. That is what my experience is in every damn game. So if we gave 2 minutes for those teams, probably in the start of a game, so it's actually comfortable for them to go ahead and play it without a pause later on in the game, trying to avoid as much as possible.
Right.
And
So, but
yeah.
while we talk about the 2 minute standard pause which is there, which I think is a very acceptable thing to do. But most of our games end up being 45, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, 70 minutes when the gameplay is just about 20, 30 minutes. What do you think about that?
It's actually, as I told you, we have a lot of technical issues. Okay, and secondly, the other problem is that there tend to happen some other bugs in games, whereas the health bars are not seen by players, and it leads to technical issues. So that is the time when players try and go ahead and pause the game and reconnect
No, no,
and try to make, yeah.
maybe I'll ask this question another way. That's what you do, you pause the game in a pub game, right? You pause the game when you're there, but in a tournament, if you've not set up the place where you're there, when you've not set it up, is it fair that, you know, oh, I forgot to set up the health bars, oh, my computer game crashed,
No,
or...
it's not about forgot to turn on the health bars. It's about some problems or some bugs from the game technical side, which happen inside the game. So it's like you are seeing your health bars at a certain point of time, and next minute the health bar is gone.
Ah, that's right, and you do...
We have seen such bugs in the seeding tournament. We have seen them again and again in the streams, and that is where, because of these technical issues, that the game the pause prolongs for a long period of time.
I think that's the very appropriate comment which is there. Guys, this has been a presentation of the Indian community for Dota 2. We are growing really serious. The other game we have been picking up is League of Legends. If you are a Dota 2 player, my recommendation is go check that out. I think it's not many LoL players plays Dota and not many Dota players play LoL, but there are a lot of players who are trying to play both games. Both games are really interesting. And that's the time I'd really like to go ahead and do. You actually have a lot of games that are both in Dota 2 and in LoL. What do you think about both the games?
League of Legends, I'll actually say that it's actually a really good game. Yes, it's a good game. I found it difficult to go to Dota 2 from Dota 1. Found it difficult to make that shift. So even I went ahead and tried. I'll basically say it this way: both the games are really good games. And for those people who are finding it difficult to switch from Dota 1 to Dota 2, and then at the end of the day they realize that it's not possible from them because it's a huge difference in the game, and that is what their point of view carries, and they do rather decide to go ahead and not play that game, not Dota 2 and not Dota 1 as well. So you have a chance to go ahead and try League of Legends, and I tell you that game is not that different from Dota 1. Yes.
So if you're I think that's very well said, Anup. Guys, you heard it from Phobia, the big guy. He believes that both the games are very different games, but both really good games. It depends on what is the kind of game you want to go ahead and play. It's you like a farming style, you go ahead and play LOL. You want to go ahead and get a good pushing style and have shorter games, go ahead and try Dota 2. Different games. It's like comparing, I don't know, Counter-Strike with Battlefield. I don't think there's a comparison. Both of them have very different games, different times, different special things, different abilities, and yeah, that'd be absolutely cool. We have we have the entire team actually showing their face, and we have finally Elunes with Gori Baba going and joining as Rubik, and he was the last call I had to go ahead and do. They've all started the game, and let's go ahead and look at any items that they've taken. Everyone's just taken tangos, solves, and branches.
Not any different kind of build anyone is going, probably some weird invent or something like that. It's all basically the normal build that every hero goes for, just making sure that Venomancer get that ward up on the middle cliff so that Tinker can probably stay ahead and farm safe against Lanaya.
Well, Bendover is actually going and running away. He has left his little bear back there. He will go ahead and use a tango to go ahead and get support, and 2.5 heroes will go ahead and push against top. Some really starting interesting action starting at the top. TA has gone against Tinker in the middle. Would you say that's a interesting matchup?
Yes, that definitely is an interesting matchup. A good Tinker will definitely try to burn down TA, but at the same time, a good TA will definitely try and avoid those damage from the refraction that she has.
Okay, while we are talking about it, another pause has happened. There is tri-lane action happening from both sides at the top lane, and so you have solo mid and solo bots. And the game has restarted and everything should be fine. Tri-lane action, top and bottom. Sorry, top lane for both teams, not top and bottom.
It's actually a dual lane for Elunes here, and it's probably a not that aggressive lane for both teams in terms of stun picks. But in terms of heavy damage coming in, we have Morphling, Venomancer and Shadow Demon for the pure side, which can actually take down a hero single-handedly, yes. And that is what Rubik and Silverware are trying to be cautious of, and that there is Rubik trying to take some creep from jungle and stack the pool as well, so that we have another pause currently.
And they are finally reconnected, and I think that was sorry for the long wait, but everything is going fine. 2 minutes into the game, again that action which is there at the top has moved into different lanes. What do you think about the matchups that are happening?
TA is actually trying to get that advantage on Tinker, but Tinker is trying to go ahead and get that rune, which he actually couldn't find there.
No, I think he found a regeneration rune there.
Oh, all right. So, because the last time I saw him, he was a bit low. TA had harassed him a lot.
And that is happening. We are now watching at the bot. At the bot, we definitely have Windrunner going and harassing Lanaya constantly, and Nature's Prophet has started moving back. And that is both of them are soloing trial in action. So talk to me about this technical aspect about this, since you know much more. Since there are tri-lane action happening both for both teams at the top, and that has given solos in both the mid and the bot. What would you say about that? How does that technically work in terms of the levels of the people who are fighting at the top?
It's basically like the amount of people sharing the lane. The experience of that will be totally split into all three heroes. And meanwhile, talking about that, we'll first go to the game, because we have a fight going on. Morphling trying to go on and run out of this, because Enigma has come out of the jungle and trying to counter gank POR out here.
Yeah, but
we don't have any damage happening, and both the teams are totally safe as of now.
Yeah, well, and that would be sufficient to go ahead and prevent any serious first blood happening. But going back, because there are 3 guys versus 3 guys at the top, I think that's where I would go ahead and guess there is going to be first blood flood. But
not sure actually, because there can be possibly a first blood happening at bot as well, since Windrunner is a really great solo hero when you deal with another solo opponent. And we actually saw that when she got Furion get low by starting Windrunner and hitting him a couple of shots, and then getting that power shot in, so that he has to fall back and cannot come more ahead.
Well, yeah, I think with the action that is happening all over the place in the middle, TA is fighting very well with Tinker, and Tinker keeps on getting pushed back, and he's losing some matchup gold. So if you go ahead and look at quick matchup levels, you do see TA sitting at 6. vis-a-vis Tinker, who is at about 5. So there is slight level difference between them. Here he goes in just below the tower. I don't know whether this is going to be sufficient or not, which is there. The tower gets a couple of shots off. But TA, I think, is going really, really strong. And Tinker should watch out for it.
And probably he'll try and jump in again because Tinker is still low. He's almost in, he's just over his half HP. By the time TA is trying to go ahead and gang bot, he's trying to go ahead and get that gang.
Oh, great shackle! While you're doing, there's a great shackle that goes down against Lanaya. Lanaya has no life, which is there. Lanaya gets taken down by Windrunner, like you were saying. Solo on solo, he'd be great, and that, guys, was what happened just because of the first shackle and then the power shot. And although he tried to go ahead and get away, he could not, and that was a great, great action sequence there. So first blood goes down in favor of Windrunner.
Yes, Furion definitely being overpowered by Lanaya there. A great play from Lanaya, getting that shackle in, getting that power shot on that shackle and a couple of cheap shots definitely makes him go down. And now Elunes are trying to take advantage of that with Enigma moving from the Dire jungle to the Radiant jungle, trying to get that experience there. He's already 5 level, and when Furion tries to be a bit aggressive, tries to get out of the lane and comes in the middle, that is when Enigma will try and go and from behind and get him down and then take the tower along with his conversions.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. My brain must have been somewhere. It must be having chaat masala somewhere. I think I called him Lanaya. Did I say Lanaya or did I say Furion? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I think you accidentally said Lanaya.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It was not Lanaya. It was Furion, and that was what the action. I was like, why am I saying Lanaya? So sorry. And while we are seeing that entire action, let's look at a quick jump into the item builds. We have phase boots that have already been built by Windrunner, and I think running really, really, really fast for this. No really think everyone else is sitting on gold. We'll come and check on this in about another 40 seconds, 50 seconds.
It's actually both the solos for Elunes are pretty much decent farm. And we definitely have Lanaya going.
Oh, there goes TS. TS just going to go ahead and just go bonk, 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 which is there with another couple of shots. One shot will be enough. Oh no! How much life do you have left? 23 life, and he gets away with it. That was so close for Tinker. Tinker is really squishy right now to go. I don't think he can go ahead and go against Lanaya unless he goes. Oh, and Lanaya will go ahead and catch him out, which is there. Takes it up.
That is what I told you. This guy here, Crowley, really good with Lanaya.
And here goes. Oh, great shackle again. My God, Windrunner's like the boss.
And we have a fight happening at the top rune as well, where Shadow Demon has been ganged. Lanaya has been ganged by Shadow Demon and Venomancer, and he does manage to get a written kill of that Shadow Demon.
Yeah, he gets Shadow Demon, but here he personally gets owned back. So that was a fair fight, which is there 2v1. He did happen to take out one. I think that's what you need to do when you know you can't run away. Go ahead and take down another enemy hero. At least you get something back for it.
And that the same thing again Elunes is trying to do. As soon as they get Furion at the bottom lane, they are trying to take advantage of no hero or poor being in that lane, with Elunes lackey trying to push the tower, and they do go ahead and get that tower. So that is some extra amount of gold which is added to the Dire side, which helps Silaware go ahead and get 2000 gold at 9 minutes.
Wow, that is so much money. It's like I can go ahead and open a Swiss bank account with that, but there is not a Swiss bank account. This is no longer Swiss. This is India, guys. This is Indian DOTA2. This is where the action is. This is where everything's happening. Left, right, and center. 4v1 in the favor of Team Elunes currently. And I think TA is going to go ahead and put a lot of pressure on Tinker. Tinker's all alone. There is the tower. Just Tinker did get Enigma, but that was not really intended for Enigma. That was intended for TA. But TA gets him back in return. So it's, I think, pretty fair as in a fight. Again, 1v1.
That was actually one risk that Enigma had to go ahead and take, because Tinker was way ahead and he was trying to go back at the tower. So if he hadn't actually caught tried and went ahead out and stun him, then it will had been totally difficult for him to go ahead and get Tinker again. So that is one risk he took. He went ahead and stun. At the same time, March of Machines was casted by Tinker, and when Enigma came out, he had already had got hit by tower for 3 or 4 shots. So it ultimately went to the side of Tinker and got a kill of Enigma.
March of Machines is actually a great skill, guys. If you have been seeing what it does, it's a constant, like, it's like little teeny weeny pinpricks, but you die with 1,000 pinpricks, right? So you're like, again, like 10 health, 20 health, 10 health, 20 health, and they keep on going, falling down left, right, and center. And yeah, and it's a great way to go ahead and put this. And there goes Lana. There goes what's with me and Lanaya. There goes down Crowley, and he's putting a lot of pressure on the Tinker, and Tinker will go ahead and fall down again. That was great. It was really well planned. Although Venomancer is going to try and come and put pressure on TA. On the other side, you see Windrunner trying to go ahead and run away and go against Morphling. While we are also seeing this, Rubik is also going against at the top, and he's getting little pressure. But they are all 2.5 heroes starting at the top.
Actually, see TA going down now. He's trying to get Morphling, yeah, and great Shackle coming in again.
That Shackle is, I think that Shackle has got, that's that one skill, Shackle has got 4 kills, or 4 support kills.
If you have a good Windrunner in your team and those Shackles keep coming in, you definitely have a game going your side, yes.
Well, that happened, which is there. Shadow Demon TA just got a huge kill on Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon had tried to go ahead and stop him by going and putting a defensive power, but he did not happen to go ahead and get enough. While that is there, what's that power called which Shadow Demon goes and encompasses you and leaves you there? I always forget its name.
It's Disruption.
Disruption, yes, Disruption. He had put Disruption on TA, and he should have just got out of there and not waited for someone else to come, because Windrunner was supporting them.
This is actually really good Elunes game, and they are showing why are they currently at the top of the ladder. It's actually a hell of a lane for Piora's mid solo Tinker, because this Enigma just keeps coming in again and again, trying to support Lanaya with an extra stun, so that Tinker goes down really bad. And that is the same thing that is happening now, where this guy goes up, Enigma goes up, gets the stun on Shadow Demon, and Crowley coming from behind the tower on Haste Rune goes and gets a kill.
Yeah, well, he was all alone. They were heroes to the left of him, they were heroes to the right of him, there were heroes in front of him, and there's heroes behind him, and all he could do was go. He died. But that's okay. POR is now trying to go ahead and do it, although it is looking seriously in the favor of Team Elunes. Let's look at some things which we have currently on an item build. Let's see, there is the Robe of Magi that has gone for Nature's Prophet, and he has 2 Robe of the Magi's, and he's going to go, he's also built the Circlet.
He's going to go ahead and get a Silent Stick, definitely.
Yeah, and while we are seeing that, the Shackle had again gone down against Morphling. Morphling is getting pushed, which is there. One shot which is there, but Morphling will probably go ahead and run away. He is currently sitting on 125 health. He is regenerating life as much as he can get. Oh, and Windrunner. That's a really fast Windrunner, I have to say.
By the time this action is happening, we have TA going on Tinker as well.
Oh man.
And she manages to take Tinker down again.
Oh man, TA is just telling Tinker that you're my bunny. I got you. You can't catch me.
And that is something which is sort of a problem for Shadow Demon, since he goes down in 2 shots.
Yep, 2 shots.
Yes.
And when TA was built up, and remember at the start of the game, guys, we were just having that discussion. TA is just overpowered in this game. You don't want to go ahead and leave that as an omission which is there for a ban.
And especially when you have an opponent in the opponent team who plays that hero really well.
Well, they've done a lot of research, but I think they didn't do enough research. I would have given them, well, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not that there, but I would have given them Chen and not given them TA.
Actually, one more thing that we are missing out here is that we have a certain interesting point. We have someone here in the POR team who has gone a different build than normally people go, and that is a Tinker. He's got max on March of Machines. He's got that power max, and he's having difficulty now trying to run from TA, and he goes down again.
Yeah, I think that's what happens when you do not go ahead and put anything in the laser and put everything in March of Machines. So
It's still actually difficult to go ahead and level up and use the laser in term of in opposition to a lane of TA, because there again that refraction is the one that is gonna give you problems, and that is some damage that is not gonna be felt to the TA.
TA, everyone's right now running under the ghost, under the what's it called, smoke, and
Smoke.
they're trying to go ahead and go against Morphling. Morphling goes and scoots out of there. Great shackle again, which is there. Oh my God, that shackle has killed 6 heroes if I remember right. They just got 2 kills within 3 seconds. That was exactly how you should go and use dust or smoke to go and get out of there and get a couple of quick kills.
It's actually it's POR who are trying to make sure that they're not ganked by having that ward at the bottom rune. They have that ward at the bottom just to make sure that Elunes do not enter the jungle and they're not caught like they got just caught now. But Elunes have been smarter in terms of getting that mid tower, getting that mid hero, and just using smoke as soon as possible, and not wasting time trying to go ahead and get bot, so that they are not caught in that ward, and as well they do that work and get 2 heroes out there.
Yeah, well, the top tower is getting pushed, which is there. There is Shadow Demons just at level 4, which is there. Let's quick level check. TA sitting at 14, Shadow Demon sitting at 4. Oh my God, that's just wrong. 14 versus 4 is not what you should be having right now. But that's how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes it falls in your favor, sometimes it doesn't fall in your favor. Elunes has gone and taken on the tower. They are pushing at the bottom. Radiant's top tower has also gone down, but the enemies at the door at the bottom. Quick level check, which is there. We have gold currently sitting at over 13,000 in the favor of Elunes, and experience at about 17,000 in the favor of Elunes.
And the funny fact, we have TA with a Deso as well.
We have it.
We have Elunes who has a Desolator at 17 minutes of the game time. And I don't think that Shadow Demon, if caught now again, is gonna last for an extra shot than one.
This is the Desolator at 18 minutes into the game, guys. They just have to see this. This is just... And that's because she's level 14, has farmed so much. If you look at the net worth right now, where is my net worth? Yeah, there is the net worth. TA is currently sitting at 8,000 net worth versus a 281 net worth for SSK playing Shadow Demon.
And meanwhile, Elunes try and go ahead, take Roshan without any opposition from POR. And small quick check on the inventory. Elune has Lucky has got a mech. The Enigma has got a mech, just to give that starting advantage in terms of resistance from POR. You have that extra heal out there, and that has been currently a very good inventory for Enigma to get in. And we have seen it in games international that Enigma goes ahead and gets a mech as soon as possible.
Yeah, and TF she didn't require an Aegis, now has 2 lives for the price of 1. Here, now's the time where she's going to go then and will start going and pushing very, very quickly. At this level, I honestly think that she can go and take the entire POR army, no problem.
And someone who has been missing for a long time, and we haven't mentioned him for the last 5 minutes, is Lone Druid. He's still farming top. He has not even come in a single gang. There's not a single gang happen in his lane as well.
Well,
and what he has currently is a Maelstrom as well. So he's like, never mind, I don't need a Radiance to finish this game. I'll definitely get a Maelstrom and I'll hit faster with some extra Chain Lightning and all.
Well, TA just got another kill, which is there, and is definitely sitting at a good shot goes down. Oh, will definitely go ahead, and that entire TA's support was given by Windrunner, and has got a triple kill. As I said, he can go ahead and take down the whole army by himself, and will probably be able to go ahead and take that. Now goes away, and is moving back really quickly to gain some levels, gain some health, so that he is back. I will ask a I will ask a tougher question, which is there. Do you think POR is playing this like a pub game versus a tournament?
I will actually say POR should have been playing the normal game. This has not been the normal game. They play differently. They play with stunners. They play with some AoE damage, or a club with some stunning stuns like Tide Hunter or something like that. So, but I think they have totally tried to change their strat, because this is a huge game for them. They are currently at number 4 in the ladder, and this game, if they lose this game, it's gonna cost them a lot of points, and they will probably be moving down. So that is why they have, I think they have been trying to change their game according to how Elunes plays, and that has affected them in this game.
Well, truth be told, they are going against the top team. So I always like experimentation. I think, well, if it works out, you're the hero. If it doesn't work out, you're the villain. I would say, you know what, they could have tried it. This is the best team which is there. They had to go ahead and break up that entire rhythm of theirs. They couldn't execute it really well, but I have to go ahead and say that was a good idea that they had.
Yes, definitely. And if you go to see, no chance at Morphling already has his eagle on, and he has denied a tower as well. But that eagle on is without a power trades, without the Lincoln. So he'll probably go ahead and get a Ghost Scepter, but I'm not sure how much difference it will make in the attacking power for POR. In the meanwhile, Syllaber has got his Hyperstone and is definitely gonna go get a Jolnir any point of time. Enigma getting his blink up. Rubik just having an arcane, trying to ward up. And he has a blink as well.
Well, there you go. He has a blink as well. Good.
At the same time, you should have a look at the bottom tower, where TA is trying to get Morphling, who has just ran at low HP, and now TA is trying to get off. But he doesn't, and he goes again, tries to go in. His Aegis goes and he dies again.
Yeah, well, finally they had to go ahead and do a great teamwork to go ahead and take down, and Crowley falls, I think, for the first time. Let's check how many times. No, he's fallen for the second time. But he has a 14-2 currently, so he's doing really, really well. He has about 50 seconds as of front. The Morphling goes and tries to put pressure against Windrunner at the top, and it's going to be 2 versus 1. Morphling is trying to go ahead and hold that gate really well. A shot goes down, a power shot goes down, but Morphling should be fine. A 2v1 heroes going to come in very quickly. A ward goes down by Venomancer. That ward will not really last long against Windrunner. Windrunner has actually been showing great support class tactics in this entire game. We do have Venomancer running back to go ahead and heal, because that's going to be the closest. A good power shot also goes against Morphling by Windrunner.
Yes, definitely. Windrunner trying to put some support for the carries for TA, for Lone Druid. He's got his 4 staff just in case if needed. He can use it for initiation, he can use it for defense purposes, and he's got an ultimate off, so he's trying to get a Hex most probably. Or it will be a Lincoln as well, depends upon what he definitely wants to get. But they totally have the lead, Elunes out here.
Well, they do. I think Elunes was just going back and recharging and replenishing. I think they're all running with full mana, full health, and full cooldowns. Much of the machines, they'll just keep a little out of their way to go ahead and make sure everything is going to be fine. Couple of denies that are actually, a couple of kills that are being got by Crowley. And here goes the fight.
And before starting the fight, they're still trying to toy and get push all the 3 lanes with Syllaber going down. Windrunner pushing top, and the Templar Assassin, who had a Deso at 18 minutes, and she has a BKB at 24 as well.
Well, there was a huge support that was brought in by Shadow Demon to go ahead and prevent TA from going and giving that gank. TA now has no health. Whether he will go ahead and go down, no, he will not. He will go ahead and run away with about 350 life. They will go ahead and try and push. Scythe of the Vase has been picked up by Windrunner. Windrunner is now going to be really, really strong. Everyone is just replenishing life because they know that the battle is at the gates. This is the last stand. If I were to go ahead and say, if they don't go ahead and push them back right now, this is going to be GG very, very quickly. And what is Morphling doing there? Nothing. Tinker is getting pushed again by TA. I think TA just likes Morphling. TA is just
there
likes
goes
Tinker.
The black hole.
Great back hole, great back hole. And with it there, everyone is running back. With it, one kill is there. Morphling needs to get back into the. Morphling is gone back and will be okay. But everyone is at the gate. They are now not even pushing against everyone. They've got, this is 3 versus 23, guys. I think this is GG. But
this is how I told you. This guy Lucky here, okay, he's really good in initiations, and that is what Elunes have been trying so long. They are trying to catch heroes of POR in such a position so that this black hole can get at least 3 heroes, and it won't take time for Elunes to go ahead and finish this fight and go ahead and take the racks. That is what they are doing now. So there you go, they have those bottom racks. TA is still toying with POR heroes and moving in and out of their base. At the same time, Windrunner has not moved from that lane at top, and she's taking the tower. And she will go ahead and take that tower and still go ahead and run at low HP, because there's gonna be no aggressive game coming on from Furon side, because he knows he can't do much. If he tries to TP, Windrunner is gonna force stuff and still go out.
Yeah, well, that's what the situation has come down to. It is 3 versus 23. Quick look on gold on 26,000 difference, experience at about 25,000. We have anyone banking a lot of gold? Current gold 2,000 with Enigma, another 2,000 with this. By the way, guys, gold earned by Crowley on TA, 14, nearly 13,500.
That's a huge amount of gold in 26 minutes.
It is a very, very large amount of gold in 26 minutes. Especially if I go ahead and tell you how much gold was earned by Lone Druid, 12,000.
So he has been carrying and he has been farming creeps, and that is what he has been doing, and that should supposedly had given him more gold. But TA has been so dominant in this game that she has farmed off the opponent heroes more than that Lone Druid. And there she goes again. She's trying to go ahead, get Furion, and the Sprout comes in at the last moment, but he's still probably gonna go down unless there's someone to stop TA, which doesn't happen. And Tinker is trying to TP out, but he's hardly 200 HP in one shot. So there still had to be just one shot, and he just TPs in time.
Yeah, he just TPs right in time, and I think 3 versus 24. TA is just running amok and trying to go ahead and say, let's see if I can go ahead and get the whole other army all by myself.
Meanwhile, Windrunner has got her Hex as well. Staying in the top lane for so long, for more than 5 minutes, she has managed to go ahead and farm that Hex, which is actually not needed at this point of time, because Elunes are literally walking in the opponent base and just getting the racks, because POR guys are farm, but they don't have that inventory to that limit that they can go ahead and try to stop Elunes.
Right now, Templar Assassin's base ability of refraction, which gives him a jump, allows him to go ahead and kill others in 2 shots.
That is just what happened with Tinker.
Let's see if Morphling can go ahead and survive that.
And Furion as well.
In the other person's base.
Yes, just is outside of Fountain, and she'll probably try and go and take another kill, and she does. And Shadow Demon just survives this time, finally at 200 health, but TA makes sure that she has so much gold stacked up that she goes ahead and buybacks and is gonna come back soon. Yeah, or she's already halfway off.
And Pure is, as for this, really. They're even making I think Elunes wants them to tap out, and they're just saying, and they're not doing that, and they're not just literally playing. She's in the other turf person's fountain.
I will actually go and say it this way. This is the last game for Aliens before the playoffs start.
Okay.
This game is now, they have already won this, and they are totally gonna go as the team number one from this ladder to the playoffs. And this is some game. This is like they're playing this so seriously. They're putting in total damage on Fiora and passing message to other teams like VOSK, teams like BMC, teams like AT, that they are ready for the playoffs and they are definitely gonna give a great show.
Well, the playoffs are going to be here, guys. Playoffs. When do they start?
Playoff start for Elite. Playoff starts on the third week of September, and for the open battleground that we have, playoff start on 5th of September.
Well, guys, 5th of September, mark that date. And last week of September, third week of September, mark that date. That's the big one which is there. And that's the game. I think this has been a game which has been absolutely owned by one character who at 12 minutes had a Desolator. And Crowley shows what you can do with Templar Assassin if you don't ban him.
Yes, definitely. It's been a total pawnage from side of Elunes, and POR, lot of room for improvement. They'll definitely try and get back with better strategies, better game, and make sure that they give definitely a better fight to Elunes next time. Yes.
Yes, I think they will. I think they have to, because guys, they are. Remember, this is not about just one team going and winning the prize. This is about the top 3 teams winning up to $3,000 US among them. The largest prize money in Dota, $1,500, $1,000, and $500 being given away. This is huge amount of money, right?
Yes, definitely. I'll actually say this tournament, Dota2, the first tournament, and the prize that is given away is huge compared to whatever prize has been given out in the tournaments in the past years.
Right, there you go, guys. I wanted to go ahead and say that. I wanted to go ahead and sign off for today. And we have to say thank you to our really good friend, our man of action, our man who is behind Dota2 and Dota in India. Thank you so much, Anup. Thank you so much, my big man. Thank you to Alienware, and thank you to Rapture Gaming. We will see you guys next time, and I am out of here.